Everyone, hello. Hey guys, real quick, okay. Actually, if you watched my previous video, I don't know if I should apologize, but actually, it looks like we are now, just now, starting to create the head and shoulders, and I was wrong with my neckline here, more or less, okay. Because, I mean, I traded the breakout, but I was very, very curious why we did not form the right shoulder, okay. Nonetheless, sometimes a head and shoulders pattern can look somewhat like this as well, okay. That means then, since we are now starting to break to the downside, I've actually traded this a couple of percent. I don't know how many percent it was, and I've stepped out of the trade because of what? Because of this horizontal line here that we touched. Okay, and you can see this was some resistance here. So I thought, okay, we are losing momentum, and I closed it, and as it looks like it was the right decision. So I think personally that we are probably now going to see a we almost touched, we did not touch it, but we almost touched the 0786 Fibonacci retracement line, resistance line, and I think personally we're going to trace back to 4060 to the 0618. And in case we do create such a light bow now and go back up, then this is the neckline to watch, guys. Okay, watch this neckline. This is the neckline of the evening. This is the star of the evening, and probably as well of the late night and the morning. Okay, guys, so grab yourself a beer and watch this Oscar making star of the night. And the same thing actually we have right here, guys, for the Bitcoin and US dollar. Okay, let me just simply use for the retracement the point where we were the day before yesterday, actually, where we started. Or let me check what's better. Let me check if better, if we actually, that is not the highest point. I'm sorry about that. Let me use the highest point, and I hope that this will work out and make some sense. Yes, there we go, exactly. Okay, look, I've used just the crash time, which was from almost 60,000, which was 59,600, and we went all the way down, and I took the wick as well. Be careful, guys. Chart technique tells us to use the wicks as well. You can sometimes cut them off, but you have to understand that we might always trace back up till the wicks, okay? So what that means now for us, okay? Bitcoin is doing exactly the same thing. We are tracing back, and we are actually then looking for a neckline, and let's call it somewhat like this, somewhere around this maybe, okay? And let's see how this is going to behave. I think personally that we might probably see something like this, either bigger or smaller, okay? But somewhat like this, then we test the neckline, and then hallelujah. And if we are actually creating a breakout to the upside through this neckline, then that means that we could potentially, but this is going to be crazy, $56,000. And if we do not take the wick into consideration, because it was a quite heavy wick, to be honest with you, if we do not take this into consideration, then we're going to be hitting exactly the 0618 Fibonacci resistance level, and I think this is going to be a very, very reasonable level. So if this works out, guys, in my opinion, we could this time see a very big pump to the upside like this. Oh, that's a really straight line. How did I do that? Wow, that was a straight line, guys. Let me try it again. Oh, okay, sorry. That's actually my computer doing on itself, by the way, I think. Funny. Anyway, if you look at this straight line, and then I think here would probably lose momentum, and we would probably do something like this, okay? And this could actually then form again in a inverse head and shoulders. But look, I mean, that's like future speed. So in case this turns out to be like a wick to the downside and then break up to the upside and break this neckline, then we can get some crazy trains. Yeah, exactly. It's the train from New York to Los Angeles all the way through the country. No, some trades in. Okay, guys. So we have to watch this one. We have to be careful here, and we should not trade this with too high leverage. It's never a safe trade whatsoever. It can be a fun trade. Okay, if you know how to trade it, if you use the right leverage, if you use the right margin, if you use money that you can afford, like, you know, playing poker without cards and just betting money, that kind of thing. All right. So in case you are willing to do this, watch my next videos. I'm going to update you on that. And the only thing that concerns me a bit is the neckline, because you never know if it's going to be something like this or if it's going to be something like this, right? This is going to be the question here. But we will see. The charts are going to tell us. The candles are going to tell us what's the right thing to do. And watch the breakout of the neckline though. So funny enough, we were actually we saw another Head and Shoulders right here. The only thing that was a bit concerning for me was the fact that this wick was almost lower than the bodies of that candle, but we had this wick as well, so we were more or less even. So you could say that if we don't take the wick into consideration, we did not hit the price target. The price target, which was actually the 52,600 or 700 resistance line around here, we did not hit it. But in my opinion, I was actually quite sure that we will not hit it too much, because I think, or you can actually, sorry, apologize for that. We could actually make the assumption that if this is the price target, or let's take the wick including, if this is the price target right here, all right, including the wick, that we're still going to hit it, because we're going to ride the wave and then break the neckline, but then the shot is going to be much bigger, guys. Okay, let me just show it to you a bit more clear. If we take the wick into consideration, I showed you already the price target, then the wick is going to be much crazier. Okay, so that's probably somewhat, let me make it a bit processed. This is going to be somewhat a realistic scenario if I take the wick into consideration, and without the wick it's probably going to be a slightly lower price target at the exact resistance here at 55,000, almost 55,000, 54,739 dollars today. All right, okay, this is all from me so far, but I wanted to give you this quick update because I've shown in my previous video that we are actually creating a Head and Shoulders and that the neckline is somewhere lower. But this is how trading works. It's a dynamic market. It's dynamic what's happening, and we are just pretending, we're just predicting with our patterns. And be very careful, because the whole thing in general, the global picture from the long term, still looks like this, ladies and gentlemen. And that is well, a bit more concerning. I spoke about that in my previous videos. You can go ahead and watch it. And even if we break to the upside and we hit the resistance around here, then you see we are still far away from the arc, and we can still trace to the downside. All right, guys. Okay, have a great evening. I hope you've been popping some beers already, and take care of yourself, and I see you at my next video. All right, cheers, flow, bye.